stopping what can't be stopped. No killing what can't be killed.
Something out there waiting for us.
Hello, happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope you're all doing well. As per request, I'm going to explain my comment that I left to one of my friend Finlarg's videos, his Ken Ham on the debate with Bill Nye. Thank you, Bitfreak. First, as an aside, I'd like to say that I'm a big fan of Finlarg. I adore this guy's voice and his stuff. And many times when I write my own scripts, I hear his voice doing my scripts. And we have collaborated in the past, and it's always been a thrill, so I thank him. Well, he answered his video, a video about Ken Ham and his debate with Bill Nye with this answer. I'm an agnostic atheist, and I do want to see this debate happen. I would say let the best man win, but reality is what it is, regardless of who has the greater power of persuasion. He said this January 17th. That just sort of struck me off the bat, when I comment, just things that struck me that he said, I'm an agnostic atheist. I answered subsequently this way. I always put the quotes of what struck me. I'm an agnostic atheist and, my first thing was agnostic atheist equals someone who still provides credence to the mind's God conception. To me, the God conception, the mind's God, is of course a human contrivance. The God conception, the human conception, doesn't transcend humans into like our animals or our machines or anything in nature that can be used to detect God. If they could, we could envision these, let's say any animals, they live on this planet like we do, that would gain this attribute, this supernatural attribute, and could pass it on to its subsequent generations. But that doesn't happen. And then, we invent machines and they can't pick up magical things that aren't there. So an agnostic atheist, someone who still provides credence to this human contrivance, to the mind's God conception. Then the natural laws equal some things the mind's God conception never respected. Parting of the Red Sea, dying and then rising later in 3 days, flying up into heaven, hitting a rock with a stake and having water pour off, wandering the desert for days. There's always those miracles that, they reveal what religion really is, just wish thinking. It's like a conception of the mind. Of course, when we have our own ideas of what reality could be, and when you juxtapose them next to actual reality, you're going to have the incongruence of wish thinking, of dreaming. My last part, the mind's God conception, a giant repository of plastiform molds. Well, what happens is, through our lifetime, through, all the billions of people that live in this planet religiously inclined, accepting the perfect atheist who has no contribution to what the humankind's God conception is. We all imagine what this God is going to be. He's going to be all powerful. He's going to be all loving, a personal Jesus, or he's going to be a guy who, you look at and he just gets crossways with you right off the bat. Or he's not going to even be a human conception. He's going to be like a machine, something above thinking. They say God thinks, but if he's so high, he doesn't need to think. Anyway, we have all these conceptions through humankind of what God is going to be, through our different races. The Native Americans have their own conception. I was brought up in the Christian tradition, so I have the Jesus tradition in my mind's thinking. And then also I do a lot of Bible Geek Robert M. Price videos, and I'm just so appreciative of his just expanded mental capabilities of all the religions, Buddhism, Hinduism. I'm very impressed with his mind, with everything that he knows about religions. And he brings the other theologies into play and so forth. So that was that answer. The mind's God conception equals just a giant repository of plastiform molds that all humankind has contributed to this conception. And then my answer, to wind it up, the day I find the mind's God conception in this universe will be due to either proper faith or unnatural plastic. What that means is, I'm born all the way, I live a certain period until I die. During my experience, if I find this God conception as I've been told, from the repository, it's all due to proper faith. Somehow I found that path where I could find this thing that they all tell me exists. Or a natural plastic, meaning there's some hitherto unknown reality I have discovered apart from the billions of people that have lived on this planet. There's something out there that they don't know that I knew that I've discovered. Some Twilight Zone gimmick, please. Alright, subsequent to that, I'm left waiting for the solid evidence, of course, to behold the awesome sights, the universe, and to shape our silly putty definitions into whatever amuses till I am no more. Well, what is left after realizing the truth is amusement. It's better to laugh than cry, and I do love studying all the different conceptions of God. I love looking at it that way. Thank you, Bitfreak. Have a good day, huh? Take care.